losing sleep. Light a smoke so I can breathe. It's too dark, it's too loud in the city. If I had a god, I would say he was wrong. Got these scars, but I think they're pretty. So I say, hey, been high since yesterday. You know it kills the pain. It's hard to find a love through every shade of gray. So tired of the same, never seems to change. It's hard to find a love through every shade of gray. It's hard to find a love through every shade of gray.
Hello and welcome back to PoloChallenge 2016. We're bringing you the final roundup of the series from Alto Sechavon in Casa de Campo. This last week saw the culmination of the 14-goal tournament. Let's take a look at all the best moments from these. First up for the 14-goal were two teams, La Carmela and Casa de Campo. Casa de Campo with the main basics of Guero and Tomas Pires, bolstered by Julio Lopez and of course Leo Matos, the patron playing. La Carmela gave him a hard time, but Pires, very accustomed to scoring in the high goal. Kako Raja doing his best, you can see here, just battling, getting past all four players and putting it through. But Casa de Campo took an early lead and ended up 7-3. New on the scene was Ludo Bayonsi playing alongside his friend Alfredo Vargas for Agualinda. Agualinda by far the strongest team in this tournament, with many of their string coming from the high goal section. Jose Donoso, of course, being fully mounted with his high goal string. Alfredo Vargas, fresh from high goal success, was also on fine form, supported by the endless goal scorer Silvestre Donovan. See here a hat-trick, not just a hat-trick, 4 goals in succession for Bete Donovan. Casa de Campo's next game was a little bit tougher. It was the skeleton of the La Carbucia team with Zorrilla and Brane. But then joining them was another half Dominican, half Swiss player, Alex Shad, very useful amateur player, and assisted them in the 8-6 win over Casa de Campo. El Guero then went on to face La Carmela. And although Juan Clemente opened up the scoreline for them, El Guero stayed on top after their Casa de Campo win. But La Carmela were left flailing for most of the game, whilst Zorrilla and Juan Jose Brane excelled, leading the way up the score sheet. Here you can see an exceptional neck shot by Juan Jose Brane. Comes off the posts and then spins back into the goal, and a run from Alex Shad, leaving Garcia behind. And then Brane, the warrior, weaving his way between 4 Carmela players. Doesn't quite get the finish, but Anton Tejeda always there to help out. In what could be described as the best game of the tournament so far, La Patrona, a very well-armed team with La Chusa champion Toto Colarden and the legendary Milo Fernandez Araujo. You can see here, expert little chip of an open shot. This goal from Milo Fernandez Araujo almost defying gravity and imagination. Perfect timing, ball bounces at its highest point. Milo Fernandez just waits, snatches it on the near side, and then finishes it off with another of his cut shots. But Casa de Campo came back, applied the pressure, just one more goal from La Patrona, and then Casa de Campo were back in full swing. Tomas Pires here reaching through Colarden to put in goal number 6, equalising, and then the goal defined in the very last moments by Julio Lopez and putting in the finishing goal. 8-7. This time La Patrona played against El Guero, and another tough game. Guero Fernandez well into his stride, and Fernando Arata also putting in several useful goals. El Guero fighting nominally. Juan Jose Brene, here another lucky shot that just comes off the inside post. And despite superlative performances from PoloLine and Arata, El Guero came out on top 5-4. La Carmela then faced Agualinda, and despite an extraordinary performance from Caco Raja, Agualinda were just too much to reckon with between horsepower, strategy, and of course, not just Betty Donovan, top goal scorer, coming up with goods, Jose Donoso delivering goal after goal. You can see here on stereo, just checking up to put through an extraordinary neck shot. Here's Alfredo Vargas on sizzling form here, catching the ball just before it drifts off, and then a quick tail shot from him as he passes the goal. Agualinda coming out on top of that game. The final game of the 14 goal was played between the two top teams in that league. Let's have a look at some of the best moments from that game. And so the final came down to the top teams in this one league tournament. El Guero versus Agualinda. Agualinda did not disappoint. Of course, Silvestre Donovan doing what he does best, pumping through the goals.
Smile, it's like you're waiting for something.
And in case the Vargas rampage didn't do the trick, Donovan was there to finish it off. But the real star of the show was Alfredo Vargas, who showed absolute control in almost every play that he took on. You can see it here, a delightful pass from Betty Donovan, just taking his time and then accelerating. Almost his best goal of the entire tournament, including the high goal. A long run down the side, Tejeda chasing him, nothing he can do. Beautifully angled approach shot, and then a nicely timed finish. Alfredo Vargas coming away with MVP.
Coming in as a new player for PoloChallenge was Ludo Payonci, a Frenchman and a patron of an English high goal team, HB. He played for Team Agualinda and gave us a few minutes of his time.
Here we are, welcome back. I'm here with Ludo Payonci, who's just played for Agualinda. You had a resounding win for this team. What's your impression of playing out here, Casa de Campo, PoloChallenge?
It's my first time here, and I'd say it's great. Firstly, because I'm incorporated with Lechuza and Agualinda, it's amazing organization, so it's make a big difference. And playing here, it's all positive. I mean, the weather, the conditions, player, and the atmosphere between all the team, it's like very buena onda, is they say in Spanish, no? So all positive.
And just a quick bonus one. Polo in Switzerland. You ever get to go back and to play anywhere there? Is it play in the snow? Anything like that attract you, or are you just a high goal addict?
I'm quite a high goal addict at the moment because I mean the best stage to play the high goal, and I have time to improve it and to be competitive in it. And on snow, I did once in Megève. Was a very nice experience because it's very funny. And let's see later for Switzerland and St. Moritz or Vite or all stuff.
Okay, Ludo, merci. Thanks for coming.
It's been an incredible 3 months and an historic series of tournaments. Thanks for watching, and join us again for PoloChallenge 2017.